that belt to Chavez. Chavez, meanwhile, is fighting for his legacy. He's real enough to have gotten here. Is he real enough to win?
Round one begins. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. got off to a very slow start against Andy Lee in El Paso, but ultimately came on to dominate the fight. Let's see what he wants to do in the first round against Martinez tonight. Martinez has thrown all the punches so far. Hasn't really landed anything big.
No, and Chavez looks like a pretty good-sized cruiserweight here. Looks like he could be closer to 190 pounds tonight than 180 even.
Chavez refused to step on our unofficial scale. That's why we do not know his weight. You know the history. In his next last fight against Marco Rubio, he weighed in at 159 and entered the ring at 181. It was not that radical against Andy Lee. Chavez hasn't really attempted a punch yet. Crowd is simply watching Martinez loosen up.
Yeah, I think he's giving Martinez a little bit too much respect with him being the champion right now.
I almost expect Julio to give away the first round, but he certainly needs to learn something while doing so, if that's going to be the case. Chavez's first punch is a left hook. He missed it over the top. Martinez has landed a couple jabs.
Junior, like his dad, takes a couple rounds to get warmed up usually. Maybe an opportunity for Sergio to let him feel his power, for Sergio to get his respect.
How important is that, Roy?
It's very important, but I don't think Sergio has really shown it to him yet because he doesn't want him to know so early. But it's really important that Sergio shows him that he is capable of sitting him down if he's not careful. So if he doesn't do that, then in about the third or the fourth round, Chavez will show no respect and just walk right through him.
45 seconds left to go in round one. So far, it's been pretty easy for Martinez to win it. Chavez not really trying all that hard to close the distance. Martinez not having to make much of an effort to put this round into the scorebook. And you see where Sergio Martinez holds his hands. Chavez lands a right hand to the body. Round one is all Sergio Martinez, as Chavez basically just gets a look.
Bien. Bien.
Good, good.
Sí. Él va buscando la mano derecha.
He's looking for the right hand, eh?
Buscando esa mano nomás.
Look out for that, that's it.
Trabaja él. ¿Cómo estamos?
Work that one. Are you good?
Bien, bien.
Good, good.
Toma ahí.
Breathe.
Cuando se le queda parado, no te olvides, Sego.
Be still. Remember, double it up there.
Él
He's staying with him, all right? Look at that right hand, he's moving into your right hand. Yeah.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Chavez 1 of 7. Martinez 6 of 40. And you heard Freddie Roach telling Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. he's moving into your right hand. Hard left hand by Martinez. First meaningful punch of the fight. Body shot by Chavez Jr. and he wrestles Martinez into the ropes. Referee Tony Weeks can speak Spanish. Both fighters favor it. Solid combination by Martinez. Body shot drives Chavez into the ropes. Chavez already clowning as if to say, you can't hurt me.
And he's so big to those punches probably really are not hurting him because look how big he is. I mean, when you're that big have that much of a size disparity over your opponent, it's very difficult for a guy to hurt you.
You see Chavez putting the money in the bank early, going down to the body.
Couple of body shots for Chavez there. And he lands a jab upstairs, fires the right hand, misses with it. Martinez with a little right hook as he backs away. Martinez drops his hand, invites Chavez to come at it.
Chavez, a dedicated body puncher. Hard to hit Martinez upstairs.
And actually, with his hands down like this, it's better that you go at his body and not his head. He can move his body much easier, his head much easier than he can move his body.
You see Chavez's underrated defense where he takes a little half step back, puts up his hands, and doesn't get hit as cleanly as a pressure fighter might.
Chavez moving his head pretty well. He lands a solid right hand to the belly of Martinez. Now Martinez trapped against the ropes. Vulnerable position for him. Ideally, he would fight the whole fight without his back on the ropes. Hard left hand by Chavez. His best punch of the fight. Martinez investing to the body himself.
And that's smart on Martinez's part.
Andy Lee expend a lot of energy trying to keep Chavez off. It wasn't landed some, but was also missing a lot and not landing cleanly. Martinez here looks like he's trying to load up at times a little, Roy, to get his respect.
Yeah, he is, but I don't think he's going to get much respect from Chavez because Chavez is so big that the punching power is not going to bother him. So if he's thinking that's going to stop Chavez, he has to think again.
So far, Chavez hasn't put out enough to actually try to win a round. Martinez is simply landing the punches he can land and taking what Chavez gives him. And that is Sergio Martinez's brother, Sebastian, in America for the first time in his life, visiting one of his brother's prize fights. There are a lot of Argentines here tonight who have never been to America before.
La bolsa de hielo.
The ice bag. Good.
Sí, sí, esto trabaja, sí, usted trabaja.
Here you see Chavez landing that perfectly DNA thrown left hook just like his father. Perfect left hook over the top of Sergio's right jab hand, but it didn't have any effect on Sergio.
Best punch of the fight so far for Chavez, though, other than some good body shots. CompuBox numbers in 2, Chavez 9 of 24, Martinez 20 of 68, including 8 of 31 jabs. Round 3 begins. In recent years, during his big streak of success, there's been a Sergio Martinez pattern. He wins the first few rounds of the fight. Then he seems to fall into the doldrums, and the opponent gets off in the middle part of the fight. Then, with a sense of urgency in front of him, Martinez comes back and winds up with a late knockout. Many believe he wouldn't be able to pull that off against the larger Chavez, who seems destined to take some of the sap out of Martinez with the constant pressure he provides just with his body size, as well as the come-forward fighting style.
And one thing you got to give Martinez credit for is he's sticking to his boxing. He's not standing there toe-to-toe and letting his emotions get the better of him and fight the fight like he probably emotionally wants to fight it.
Chavez doing a pretty good job of picking off those shots with his gloves as he comes in. He's going to get hit because he is a pressure fighter. But there's a good clean shot from Sergio Martinez.
Martinez lands a left and a right, waves the left, goes back to the body with the right. Minute and a half into round 3. They haven't really exchanged yet. They haven't traded at any moment. What happens when they do?
I don't think Martinez is going to stick around for a trade. I think he's going to punch, pity pat, and get out. He doesn't want to trade. He wants to outbox the bigger fighter. He knows he doesn't do well in a trade when he's probably giving up maybe 15 pounds.
Well, if he can avoid trading for 12 full rounds, he wins the fight.
And that's what he's hoping, I'm sure.
Simple as that. Good hard left hand by Martinez.
Yes, Martinez landing more cleanly over the second half of this round.
Hard left hand by Chavez. Good body shot by Chavez. That left hook to the body may be the best punch so far for Julio Jr.
I tell you, Martinez is doing a great job going to Chavez Jr.'s body.
He's landed more body shots so far than has Julio Jr.
And when you know a guy has a hard time making weight, the best thing that you can do is try to go to his body, because after taking so much weight off of him, his body's trying to get itself back together at this point still.
Another left hook to the body by Chavez, but as this round comes to a close, it appears that Chavez Jr. may be bleeding inside the mouth.
Martinez shooting that straight left to the body, catching Chavez as he walks in.
And there is blood from the mouth of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Next week, Boxing After Dark returns with a triple header. Edwin Rodriguez against Jason Escalera. Victor Chinian faces Luis Orlando Del Valle. Also, Alex Perez fights Antonin Beccari. October 13th, more Boxing After Dark, more good matchups. 122-pound champ Nonito Donaire up against Toshiaki Nishioka. And in what could be a classic war, Brandon Rios faces Mike Alvarado.
Here you see Martinez moving around to his right, not allowing Chavez to get set. So instead of Chavez punching, when he turns to get set again, Martinez hits him with a jab before he ever can get a punch off.
Now watch the uppercut here. That's what brought the blood from Chavez's mouth. A well-chosen left uppercut inside by Martinez.
Work him, Sergio. Work him, Sergio.
Martinez landed 13 of 34 jabs in the round. He's gotten through 3 rounds without having been trapped into a trade with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Jim, what can you say? 3-0, 30-27, Sergio Martinez. I mean, he's landed all the punches. That's all there is to it. Julio just hasn't seemed to, to get into his rhythm. He's not forcing Martinez back, throwing very, very few punches, basically laughing at Martinez for not doing anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
Julio grinned there after Martinez ripped him with a left hand, but the left hand landed flush.
What? 3-0 Martinez.
I thought Chavez had some success in the first half of the second round, but as he's tried to increase the pressure, he's left himself more vulnerable, and Martinez is opening him up.
Martinez is a brilliant counterpuncher. Many thought that the formula was obvious. Faster, more fluid, great counterpuncher against a guy who has no choice other than to attack. Hard right hand by Chavez Jr.
It's kind of simple for Martinez. He just continues to step around Chavez, try not to let Chavez get to stand still so he can load up on his punches so much. Make him use those feet to turn instead of setting up power with him, just like that.
Chavez thought he had Martinez trapped in the corner. Martinez slipped away. In the center of the ring, Martinez's speed is supreme.
Yes, and as you see, Chavez looking like he's waiting on that opening, but he's never going to find it like this.
Hard right hand by Chavez as Martinez was caught against the rope.
Martinez landed a good right hook on there, too.
Martinez confident up there to stay in the pocket and trade with Chavez.
He said his hands were quicker than Chavez and that he wouldn't run from him the whole night.
Hard right hook by Martinez, and another one. Left hand back to the body. Martinez doing a brilliant job of mixing it up and down.
And he's putting more mustard on each shot than Martinez normally does at this stage of a fight.
Nodding at Chavez, taunting Chavez, and ripping into the body. Good 1-2 by Chavez with the left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body. Hard right hand. Chavez starting to get into a rhythm for the first time now as Martinez chooses to stay along the rope and trade on the inside with him. Good shots by Martinez.
because Martinez has the quicker hands. So he can sit there and trade as much as he pleases as long as he's punching back.
And as long as he can take whatever it is that Julio throws. So far, he hasn't been stunned by anything. Good right hand by Chavez Jr. Martinez giving as good as he's getting. Big left hand by Martinez. A thudding punch to end the fourth round.
Chavez's game, but Martinez's game is just too much.
Sergio, don't stand still there in front of him so much.
Don't fall in the pocket and just lay there. You're in the pocket, use those shots.
At the end of the last round, you saw Sergio end the round, punctuate the round with a beautiful straight left hand, and then it right on Chavez's chin. Chavez took it well, but I don't know how long he'll be able to take those shots.
Chavez Jr.'s girlfriend, Frida, has a daughter who turned 7 today. Chavez is hoping to give her a birthday present, I should say. Chavez landed 16 of 36 power shots in round 4, more than all 3 of the previous rounds, but Martinez was 25 of 49 in power shots. He's finding the target with great regularity now.
And to start the last 2 rounds, as Chavez is getting a breather on his stool, Martinez is rushing off his stool to show the younger fighter, my legs are fresh. I'm in shape and ready to go.
37-year-old forcing the pace against the 26-year-old. That's part of the mind game.
Well, not only that, he's smart enough to know also that Chavez had to have worked hard to get back down to 160. So his legs have to be a little worn.
I think that's exactly what he's doing, Roy.
The body punching is part of that, too.
That's exactly right. That's why he's attacking the
Like
body
that
so
left
much.
hand to the body right there.
That's
and another one.
That's what the Andy Lees of the world didn't do.
Great point.
And it's that straight power shot to the body, Roy.
When you fight an opposite-handed fighter, that's the most open shot and the most regular safe shot to throw. The straight, either left hand or the straight right hand to the body.
Now Chavez is dropping his hands to his waist, too, and you wonder why he does that, because it gives Martinez 3 shots upstairs. Martinez is so much faster that he can land whenever Chavez Jr. drops his hands to waist level.
Yeah, well, he could be dropping those hands to waist level because he's tied that straight left to the body. Like that.
Chavez is real enough to get here, but so far, he hasn't been real enough to truly compete with Sergio Martinez. It's 2 different classes of fighters so far.
5th round of a scheduled 12. Can Martinez hold up through the entire 12 rounds in what has to be a great show of stamina for him to win? Chavez came in but didn't get anything off. Martinez landed 3 punches.
Yeah, he's not throwing enough to get anything off.
You know, is that because of the counterpunching of Martinez?
The counterpunching and the fact that Martinez will not let him set himself up. Every time he tries to get set, Martinez moves. So every time he's set to throw a punch, Martinez moves and makes him have to reset. When he resets, he can't punch because he's too busy resetting.
So far, a brilliant display of ring management, intelligent boxing, understanding exactly what to do by a fighter who's as smart as any fighter we've seen.
you. Keep playing with him. Good, good, good. He's dead. He's spent.
That was during the last round. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. trying to get messages to his son in the ring. Chavez Jr. promised a knockout victory. More and more it appears he may have to score the knockout to win it. He has given away the first 5 rounds, or has been whipped in the first 5 rounds by Sergio Martinez. Average copy box numbers through round 5. Chavez 9 of 23. Martinez 23 of 67. Foot movement, a big part of the story. And now he's moving again. And popping from odd angles. What Martinez is doing, he's trying to get Chavez to quit on himself. And Chavez hasn't done that. And it remains to be seen if Chavez can stay in this fight, as he's doing right here. Keep the pressure on and not quit on himself in the face of Martinez's onslaught. Given the size differential, there's every chance that the second half of the fight could belong to Chavez. He traps Martinez momentarily in the corner and gets in a couple of shots. And yes, Andy Lee was ahead on points against Chavez when Chavez knocked him out. But he wasn't winning rounds like this.
He wasn't as comfortable winning rounds as is this kid. Martinez is very comfortable doing what he's doing because you can tell this has to be his game plan. Move around, don't let Chavez set up. That's the way you deal with a puncher.
Most active round yet for Chavez. He's trying to turn up the tempo, landing some shots here and there, putting pressure on Martinez. Martinez fighting back. Andy Lee is a contender. Sergio Martinez is the middleweight champion of the world. And there's a big difference. And a proven middleweight champ with 4 consecutive knockout defenses.
Chavez has a nosebleed. I know this is something he's not really used to.
So far, he's bled from both the mouth and the nose as the result of the contact that Martinez has been able to make. Good right hand by Chavez. And another. Martinez tasting Chavez's power really for the first time in the fight. Chavez has landed some good heavy, clean shots this round.
Good body shot by Chavez.
Look at that. What a rally back by Martinez just at the moment when Chavez seemed to be starting to take command. Martinez rips him with 8 straight shots. Martinez breathing through his mouth now, though. Well, there's no question Julio Jr. is cranking up the pressure. But still getting hit with those kinds of counter punches and lead shots.
He's allowing Martinez to push the fight, to stay ahead of the fight too much for him.
Sergio's flying his head this round, but Chavez is apparently willing to pay that price to get inside.
He has to. That's the only chance that he has.
Great left hand by Martinez. Chavez missed the right hand in return. Best round yet for Julio Cesar Chavez, but I still think Martinez won it. With better contact. Martinez whooped him up that round, but it was also the best round for Chavez. Exactly. Fight's getting better.
Breathe.
Stay tuned immediately following our show for the Fight Game. 30 minutes of boxing information and opinion as we look back at the ramifications of competing September 15 boxing big events. Catch a replay of this month's Real Sports. Among the stories, a look at Magic Johnson's remarkable second career as a business tycoon and now as co-owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, Pablo Sarmiento was telling Sergio Martinez, quote, he's done. I'm sure Martinez knows better than that. Chavez just landed 28 of 55 punches, more than half of what he tried in the 6th round. But Martinez was 34 of 75, including 23 of 61 power shots. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 6-0, 60 to 54, Sergio Martinez. You know, he just keeps outworking him, and outworking him. Now, in round 6, Julio Cesar Chavez proved to me that he can stand and fight with Martinez, that he can land shots, that he can win this fight. But I don't know, he just didn't do it enough to win round 6, and he certainly isn't doing it enough to win round 7. I mean, I know he can fight with the guy. Why he's not getting off more, I don't know. Be as it may, 6-0, Martinez.
Why isn't he getting off more, Roy?
Because Martinez will not allow him to set his feet straight in one line so that he can throw power shots. He's consistently making him either turn to the left or turn to the right. Therefore, before he can throw a power punch, he has to reset. By the time he resets, Martinez has already taken another step.
And the difference between a contender, another difference between a contender and a champion, is Sergio won't let Junior take the play away from him. When Chavez was having his moments and Sergio's back was on the ropes and it looked like Chavez was building momentum, Sergio came off those ropes with a fury and took the play right away. That's what champions do.
How exhausting by nature is the style in which Martinez fights?
It's very exhausting, but because this is how he fights and this is the only thing he's trying to do, he's used to it.
Great left hand landed right up the pipe for Martinez. Blood flowing again from the nose and the mouth of Chavez Jr. Judges sometimes score blood, particularly in close fights. This one so far hasn't been terribly close. There's a little red mark on the middle of Martinez's nose, but otherwise he's unmarked from the combat. Crowd oohing and eyeing with Sergio will momentarily set his feet and pot shot Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. from the outside. And now Chavez, very conscious of the blood, as Martinez drives him into the rope with 4 straight left hands. And suddenly the Argentines are dreaming of a knockout.
Martinez said they're not going to recognize you after this fight, and he's bloodying up Chavez's face right now, and he seems to be enjoying it.
Martinez is a man on a mission. He has a vengeance against his whole situation, and you see it in the way he's fighting tonight. But he's still going to be careful because he's in the ring with a super powerful cruiserweight.
Martinez takes one, lands a 1-2 in return, takes another one, lands 3 in return, takes another one, lands 3 in return.
Big heart on Chavez. Big heart.
A great 7th round for Sergio Martinez.
Sergio, look, Sergio. He's done.
Team C, Sergio just give the feint with the hand down, then land a pop shot, the quick straight left hand off from Chavez's jab. Those pot shots, I think, are what have really caused the blood from Chavez.
And this was during that round. Chavez Sr. not terribly happy, it's clear. The other man talking in that picture you just saw was Chavez's brother, Omar Chavez, just as exercised as his father about what they're seeing in the ring so far. Will Sergio Martinez wear down? Will Julio Cesar Chavez find chances to get Martinez stationary and land some of his thudding stuff? That's the question that hangs over the fight with 5 rounds to go.
You know, it's discouraging for a fighter like Chavez to fight a guy like this who can constantly pop you with a jab, pop you with a straight left, move out the way before you get a chance to put a lick back on him, and it becomes so discouraging until you almost lose interest in the fight.
Look, the thing about Martinez that has made him one of boxing's super fighters so far is the combination of speed and power to go with the skill. He can hurt guys, he knocks guys out, he closes shows, in addition to putting on a show with the footwork and the hand speed.
Almost got trapped in the corner, stepped away.
But as you see, every time Chavez loads up to throw that big one, before he can throw it, Martinez has already stepped out of that area.
Well, he told us that the key to the fight would be foot movement.
that he could move in such a way that Chavez would never be able to find him enough to do the kind of damage a larger man can do. And so far, he's been right.
It's different trying to hunt down a guy who you know can't hurt you.
Good shot by Chavez.
Now, a wide right hand lands for Chavez.
Harder to hunt down a guy who is hard to find, and by the time you find him, he's found you first.
After taking a shot, Martinez starts going back to the body.
With power.
Chavez doesn't commit to those punches like he usually would because he's not certain that Martinez is going to still be there by the time the punch lands.
Hooks to the body by Chavez, and now Martinez allows himself momentarily to be trapped in the corner, but gets away.
Like his father, it's the left hook, looks like to the hip, Roy, almost to the top of the leg. Trying to affect Martinez's movement.
Now there's blood around Martinez's left eye. We'll find out whether that's Chavez's blood. No, it appears that there's a mark outside Sergio Martinez's left eye. We saw him pawing at the blood himself. So he knows it's there.
Vamos rápido.
Let's go quickly.
Martinez's cut man is Dr. Roger Anderson, who works with some of the fighters from the Oxnard area.
Atao.
Yeah, right, you see Martinez, he just pop shot with a quick shot, and then he moves before Chavez can counter. Right again, pop shot with the left hand, step over to his right. Pop shot with the left hand, step over to his left. He's just doing the same thing all night long. 1, 2, poke forward. He punches and he moves. He punches and he moves. That way he beats him to the punch and never allows Chavez to be able to answer.
Chavez was late leaving the stool to come out for round 9. 8 rounds in the books. Sergio Martinez now with a cut over his left eye. He was cut by both Richard Williams and Sergey Zinzirek above that left eye. I was about to say that the cut man did a brilliant job for him when that eye was cut in the Zinzirek fight. Did an even more brilliant job for him when his nose was crushed in the early part of the Darren Barker fight.
Pretty soon the question in this fight's going to be, is it a case where Chavez, can he do enough to catch Martinez and knock him out? He obviously can't win on points. Or does it get to the point where the question is, can Chavez finish the fight on his feet? Because Martinez is dishing out so much punishment.
That's almost the point that I'm at right now. Is he going to be able to continue to take this all night?
Well, some rounds, Martinez really presses the action and tries to deliver hard punches. Some rounds, he's content simply to pop and land and move away. Last round, I don't think he tried to throw anything hard. Now with a cut above his eye, he may change gears again.
Yeah, well, he has to be getting a little fatigue too, Jim. He's been using his legs an awful lot tonight, and he is 37 years old, so it's not like he's a young guy. He has a lot of motivation going for him tonight with the emotional situation, but at the same time, he's putting out a lot of punches and he's doing a lot of movement.
Outside of Floyd Mayweather, whose stamina is incredible, who else could even conceive of fighting in a style like this?
I don't even think Floyd Mayweather can fight a style like this. Floyd Mayweather fights a different style. He doesn't move this much with his legs. No fighter that you've seen lately, except somebody like Javier, featherweight guy, super featherweight, that moves this much with their legs.
This has been a round in which Martinez has had to move every second, and he's keeping it up as the blood flows near his left eye. But he's the one who's landing punches. Chavez Jr. hasn't landed anything meaningful in this round.
Not that Chavez Jr. has dished out the same punishment or it's nearly the same fight. His father was being beaten by Melzik Taylor and with 2 seconds left in the 12th round scored his most dramatic knockout victory. But here, Chavez Jr. has not been able to reach Martinez's body consistently enough.
No question. I called that fight. He hasn't done anywhere near the damage against Martinez that Julio Sr. had done against Taylor to this point.
No, he hasn't. And Taylor wasn't hitting Senior to the body like Martinez is hitting Junior to the body.
Nor was he the kind of knockout puncher Sergio Martinez is.
Hard left jab by Chavez. Martinez comes back with 2 punches of his own. This was an all-Martinez round. And Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has never had a knockout past the 9th round in his career.
Gonna need one tonight if he wants to win.
Julio, we're down in the fight. We're down in the fight, Julio. I know you can do it, and you can do it. You gotta do it. Let's go.
¡Ya no puedes seguir así, Gladys! ¡Tienes que arrancar todo ya!
Yeah, you show me, okay? Yeah, I don't want you, I don't want you getting beat up out there. Let's go. All right? Show me you can win this fight, son. All right? Look at this.
Yeah, it's good. Water.
Casey Martinez get down in front of Chavez, give him a little feint with both of his hands down, and then shoot the left uppercut, and he's out of there. Brilliant stuff by Martinez. It doesn't get any better than that, and that's the way you fight a bigger opponent.
CompuBox numbers in the 9th round. Chavez was 10 of 22. Martinez was 26 of 78. A blind man could score a round like that. Harold, you're not blind. What's your score?
A blind man can score his fight, Jim. 1981, 9 rounds to nothing, Sergio Martinez. I gotta tell you something, Jim. If it's one thing I never expected, that was a meek performance by the son of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. I mean, he just doesn't have that vicious gene that his father had. His father was pure mean. This kid is so meek. He's just not trying. I mean, he's standing there. I let Martinez pound on him like that. I would have never expected this. Very easy fight to score. Sergio Martinez, 9-0.
Interestingly, I've heard very little tactical between rounds for Julio Cesar Chavez in his corner. But between rounds that time, his father told him, don't try to set your feet. Stop waiting for the perfect punch. Throw punches in bunches, whether your feet are moving or not.
And he's telling them right.
We saw something similar from Andre Ward last week against Chad Dawson, a more accomplished fighter than Chavez. The difference in the speed of thought. Martinez, as Roy, you pointed out, the way he picked that uppercut in the last round, it's a brain mismatch in terms of the speed with which Martinez processes the fight.
Referee Tony Weeks warning Martinez to keep them up there after a couple of on-the-belt line shots. Blood once again streaming from the nose and mouth of Julio Cesar Chavez, and by the way, now their heads come together, and that's the side on which Martinez is cut. And now the blood begins to flow again from the cut outside Martinez's eye. They touch gloves. A minute to go in the 10th round. There's been no spark, no rally from Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. yet. It gives you any indication he's about to take over, as he would need to do to have a chance to win the fight. And again, we're in the 10th round of a 12-round fight, and Sergio Martinez is moving on his feet as though it's round 2.
They're cycling, and they're soccer background.
2 good right hands by Martinez. And another. And another. Pot-shotting Chavez from the outside. Back to the body. Chavez missing upstairs with a 1-2. Martinez pops and moves away.
And to be honest with you, Chavez's right hand doesn't seem to have much on it anymore right now.
Not exactly certain why Martinez went down, but it was ruled a slip, not a knockdown.
Chavez was leaning on his back.
Good left hand by Chavez in there, but Martinez is landing multiple punches. Putting on a show.
Julio, we got 2 rounds to go. All right? You know we need knockout to win, okay? All right? Now here.
be Buck's numbers in the 10th round. Chavez was 11 of 29. Martinez threw 81 punches in that round. Landed 25. You heard Freddie Roach telling Julio Cesar Chavez, you need a knockout to win. You've got to punch with him. You got to throw when he throws. You can't keep waiting in there. Chavez launches a rally here and lands a couple shots along the ropes.
That was a good right hand he just landed.
Let's go to Max Kellerman, who's with Freddie Roach in Chavez's corner.
Freddie, you told Julio that he needed a knockout to win. How does he get it?
He's got to punch with him. He's going to exchange with him. He's got to let his hands go. He's just he's walking in with his head first and not really letting his hands go. He's got to let those hands go to knock this guy out.
Can he?
I'm not sure. The speed's just so much. The speed's the factor in this fight. The kid's very fast. We just we can't keep up with him, at least so far.
Have you had any thoughts of stopping the fight?
I did. I said, Julio, show me that you want to win this fight. Get out there. Let your hands go. He did a little bit better, but I'd like to see a little bit more.
Thanks.
He's trying real hard, but the speed factor is just too much, I think.
Thanks, Freddie.
Freddie Roach is as honest as any boxing trader who ever lived. Most guys would simply say to you, oh yeah, he can knock him out. Freddie Roach gives you reality.
Yeah, he calls it like he sees it. A guy named Derek Webster told me that Chavez would be much too slow for Martinez. I didn't know, but he sparred with Chavez. That's how he knew. But Chavez can land a big right hand right there, another right hand.
Huge punches to Chavez, his two best. But once again, Martinez begins to rally back. Remember what Max said about the champion always takes the play away.
Yes, and that's what he just did again. He got caught with two beautiful punches, the best two punches he probably got caught with, and right back he comes with a rally of his own.
Gets caught in the corner now. This is Chavez's big chance. Crowd knows it's Chavez's big chance.
And Chavez is trying too. Oh, this
Hard
shot.
right hand. Big shot by Chavez.
Chavez
Another one.
has a bloody
Martinez has to
champion
come back.
against the ropes.
What an unbelievable rally.
And Martinez is still stealing it back.
What an amazing answer back.
And Martinez is giving Chavez all the chances he wants right now.
Well, both guys are gunning for knockouts here.
There's blood in the scalp of Martinez. There's blood outside his right eye, and he's grinning at Chavez.
He sure is. Good left uppercut.
Well, they finally have a fight.
Dead. All right, recuperate. Breathe. Again, breathe. Your head is taking so much punishment. Taking too many punches.
Okay? No.
No move. Wait what the medicine is.
Punch with him, you're catching him, okay? You're going to tell him, people trying to punch with him.
Box numbers in 11. Chavez was 20 of 45. Sergio Martinez landed 39 punches and threw 108 punches in the 11th round. So when he was threatened, he let his hands go more than ever before.
Was the ref supposed to let him touch gloves at the last round?
Trainers of boxers become famous. Managers seldom do. There's a not all that well-known manager in boxing named Samson Lukowicz. A dozen years ago, he brought a Filipino fighter to American shores. His name was Manny Pacquiao. Years later, Lukowicz, looking for yet another diamond in the rough, went to Spain and found a fighter named Sergio Martinez. What a talent scout Samson Lukowicz is.
One of the best.
Both Top Rank and Golden Boy had the chance to sign Martinez. Both passed. That's why promoter Lou DiBella has his crown jewel.
Question now is, did Chavez find something in that 11th round that helped him salvage this event somehow? Show what he's made of. Give these fans something to cheer about. Go forward.
Huge right hand by Chavez. Biggest punch of the fight.
He hurt Martinez with that right hand.
Very much. But Martinez doesn't want to run and doesn't want to cover. He wants to fight. Blood streaming from Martinez's right eye, or left eye.
Half a round left.
Plenty of time.
Oh, there
Plenty
you go.
of time. Plenty of time. Down goes Martinez. Chavez has his chance. Chavez has his chance. They're on their feet in Vegas.
Oh.
Shades of Meldrick Taylor and his father.
These are big shots. And this is going to be called a slip. A slip, not a knockdown. Less than a minute to go.
He's weak.
The slip bought Martinez some time.
He's very weak.
And he won't hold. Martinez is not holding.
Ducks the right hand. Ducks the left hand. Slip the right. Now starts to fire back. Big trouble. Big trouble for Martinez.
Oh.
Martinez wants to fight his way out.
Did Chavez knock him out with less than 20 seconds left?
Good shot by Chavez.
Martinez is going to make it. He's going to make it through. High drama down the stretch. Julio Cesar Chavez made his dramatic bid to match what his father did on St. Patrick's Day 1990 against Meldrick Taylor, and almost pulled it off. But Martinez held on. Without holding, without running, he fought his way through. Here's a look at what happened down the stretch of this drama. With about a minute to go, Chavez hurt Martinez with that big right hand. Then moments later, catching Martinez against the ropes and landing another big right hand shot and the left that produced the knockdown. There was plenty of time left at that moment. Plenty of time left for Chavez to pull this off. And he had his chance. Another look at the knockdown. Big left hand along the ear. There are a couple of more left hand shots. And this was his girlfriend, Rita, during the knockdown, exulting at the possibility. And this is his father, exulting at the possibility. And now Michael Buffer stands at the side of the ring with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, following one of the greatest final rounds in boxing history, we go to the scorecards. Stanley Christodoulou, 117-110. Adelaide Bird, 118-109. Same score from Dave Moretti, 118-109. All to the winner. winner by unanimous decision from Argentina, the unified